Hi everyone, Gridlock Cosplay here. It is time for a new project, a big project. Now, the MechWarrior has had a really good run. Played it in Edmonton Comic Expo last year and Calgary this year. We're planning on doing it one more time here at Edmonton, but after that, my pilots are going to be too heavy for me to carry around. And so I wanted to build something that was just for myself and gave me an unobscured view of the rest of the con as I walked around. Now, I turned 40 this year. So that, I guess, according to some, makes me old. So I'm going to do something from an old movie. Now, 2 months before I was born, May 25th, 1979, Alien came out in theaters. And there's nothing from that movie that I wanted to build, but Aliens has the iconic powered work loader. So that's what I'm planning on building. Now, I've already started a lot of planning. I've done some drafting and a couple of experiments to make sure that I know what I'm doing enough that I can start the project. So let me show you what I've actually got done. Of course, starting with the internet, I found some images that I wanted to use, this one being the primary. It is of some models of the Alien Queen and the power loader. And so what I've done, because it's a perfect side view, is I've plotted the coordinates of all of the important points, and I took it and I drafted it out onto cardboard. So we have the foot, the ankle, the calf and shin. This is where the pilot's foot goes, and that's going to be the knee. This, just for size reference, this is 2 feet. So it is a very big machine that I'll be building here. So after that, I went in and I drew some lines as to where I would be able to put some angle iron for actually building the stilts. Now, one of the problems that I came up with was that in this image, at least, the part of the leg here is tilted really far forward. And if we just zoom out here a little bit, zoom out, we can see that when you have a really big machine like this and it's really, really heavy, yes, the human doesn't give it much center of balance offset. But since this thing is going to be very lightweight, made out of foam for all the exterior anyway, I have to shift my body center of gravity back a bit. So what I've done here is I've rotated it. I think I have marks on here. There's my original angle up here, and then I just rotated it a bit. And with the square, if we come and go to the front of the toe, we can see that the center of gravity will be about right there. Or sorry, I can't have my center of gravity be ahead of that point or I will fall over. And my shoe is about this long. And so that should work just fine. Since what I'm going to actually be building is no longer matching the angles in my image here, because I'm not going to make this swivel at all. This is just going to be all one solid piece. Because I've tilted it back, my lines are now different. So here's what I managed to do. I've got some angle iron that I have put across here, and I drew some lines and lined up the holes and everything so that I have a point here and here on the ground. It connects there, and then I'm going to have a piece of 2x4 that goes across here, and then a long one that goes up here all the way up to the knee, where it will have a bolt for swiveling with the thigh. And okay, so those are the pieces that I needed, and I have made one already, of course, as a test. So, got this here, I'll just line it up there, kind of line it up there. There we go. And it just so happens that this 8-foot piece was just enough to be able to build this. So you didn't really miss much. I have to build this 3 more times, starting with the other side, because it's going to be this 2 on each foot, because, you know, one side and the other side of each foot. So I have another piece of the angle iron here. I'm going to start building. Of course, building the first one is always easy. I think what I'm going to do to make it so that I do it exactly the same way is I'm going to take this apart, cut my pieces in exact mirror image of what I have here, and then reassemble it all, and hopefully that will make it a perfect mirror image. There we go. The three pieces are separated and I'm going to start cutting them. Now this one has the good edge there, so I'm going to start with that one. I discovered why this has been so difficult to use. It's because I have the blade on backwards. Let's try that now. Don't I feel smart? By the way, that's a magnet from a hard drive. All right, the pieces are together now. I had a little bit of a hiccup there because I had forgotten to make one of the cuts, and so one piece was too long and the bolts went into the wrong spots. But I took it all apart, cut the piece, got it all back together, and now I've just adjusted them so to make sure that they're exactly aligned properly. And the next thing I'm going to do is cut some 2x4 to put in between as the plate for the footrest. Okay, with the 2x6 in place, although not attached yet, there is my right leg. Actually, it's symmetrical, so it could be the right or the left. That's just there to hold it together right now. But there it is. That's what it's going to be looking like. I can't attach it right now because I don't have screws with heads big enough to be able to secure it properly. So I'll pick some of those up tomorrow because it's pretty late at night. Okay, next day, and I went and got some lag bolts. These are 2-inch, and I think it's 5/16, which is just good enough to be able to go into there. Last night I put some marks where the wood is supposed to be, so I know exactly where I need to drill. I taped the template onto here just to see what it looked like, and we've got a pretty good match. In fact, it's almost exactly what I had wanted. So this part's all going to be hidden anyway. And that lines up back there. So I'm pretty happy with the way that one turned out. And just to make sure that it works, there we go. It's a bit wobbly. I'll be putting some reinforcement down in the bottom to make it so that it does not wobble so much. Once I have two, it'll be more stable as well. Of course, I'm going to have to do this entire process over again to make the other foot. But before I do that, I am going to be doing a little bit more prototyping because there are two features that I want to put into here. Both of them involve motors, but you're going to have to wait till the next video to see that. So thank you very much for watching. See you guys later.